Namaste and welcome to A&A Tutorials. In this video, we will discuss about some basic fundamentals of computer. We will discuss about some characteristics, classification and applications of computer. This topic is important from various competitive examination point of view. Also, in KVS, you will get to see a total of 10 marks questions based on computers. So, let's get started. We know that computers are used in various fields such as education, entertainment, medical sciences, engineering, research, weather forecasting, etc. The word computer is derived from the term compute, which means to calculate. This is because initially computers can only perform mathematical operations, but nowadays they can do mathematical operations as well as non-mathematical operations. Next, the definition of computer. Computer is an electronic device that enters the data as input, processes the data and stores it and gives output as per user's requirement with high speed and accuracy. Here you have to remember, we can give input to the computer through input devices such as mouse, keyboard, and we get output by output devices such as monitor, speakers, etc. Now CPU is the device where the data is processed and it helps in the storage of the data. The computer also stands for Common Operating Machine, particularly used for training, education and research. Now we will discuss a few characteristics of computer. Number one is speed. A computer can perform various operations with high speed. Next is accuracy. A computer is a device which always gives accurate results. Sometimes we may get inaccurate output, but this is not due to the errors in computer, but due to human error or inaccurate data that is being given to the computer as input. Next one is large storage. A computer has large storage capacity in it. It can store huge amount of data. Next one is diligence. Diligence means ability to work continuously without getting tired. So computer is one of a diligent machine. Versatility. A computer is a very versatile machine. A computer can be used to write a letter or to play games or to watch videos, etc. So a computer can do a number of jobs that makes it a very versatile machine. Next is no intelligence. No intelligence means a computer does not work on its own. It only performs the tasks that are being given to it as instructions or commands, and these instructions and commands are being processed and given as output with high speed and accuracy. Next is automatic. A computer is a machine that works itself without any human participation. Computers are automatic machines. Next is no feeling. A computer is not like humans that have feeling or emotions. Now we will discuss classification of computer. Computer can be classified on the basis of data processing techniques, size, and their generation. Now let us discuss each one of them one by one. Now we will classify computers on the basis of data processing techniques. First is analog computers. In analog computers, the analog signal is continuous like this. Example of analog computers are speedometer of an automobile or a mechanical watch, etc. Moving on to next, that is digital computer. As we know, in digital computers, the signal that travels can be represented in the form of positive or negative. Positive can also be referred as 1 and negative can be referred as 0. 1 is positive and the zeros are negatives. And each of these state is referred to as bit. Why, if it is 0 or 1, each zeros or ones are referred to as bit. The digital computers are used for measuring data in the digital form. Examples are digital watch, etc. Moving on to next, we have hybrid computers. Hybrid computers have both the features of analog as well as digital computers. Examples like ECG machines in hospitals, because ECG machines are used to measure heartbeat of a person, temperature and other informations, and this is done by analog computers. The information that we receive from these devices is then supplied to digital computer to then generate reports. Now we will discuss about classification of computers done on the basis of their size. First we have supercomputers. As the name suggests, super. These computers are very large in size. They are most powerful, they have high performance as their processing speed is very fast. They can perform millions of processes in a second. These computers are very expensive and these are used in weather forecasting or to study DNA structures. They are also used in artificial intelligence or space flight simulations to study chemical reactions, nuclear reactions, etc. Moving on to next, we have mainframe computers. These computers are used in large organizations like banks, ticket reservations, retail chains, insurance companies, restaurants, hotels, etc. These are usually used where a large number of people need frequent access to the same data, which is usually organized into one or more huge databases. A mainframe computer can store large amount of data which may contain millions of records in the form of databases. These are cheaper than supercomputers, but still it is very costly. They occupy a lot of space but less space as we compare to supercomputers. These computers requires air conditioning and wiring to connect to each terminals. Next we have mini computers. These computers, as the name suggests mini, these computers are small in size and they are less expensive. They contain less memory and processing capabilities than a mainframe computer. Next we have microcomputers, which is also known as personal computers. They are also referred as PCs, which we use in our homes. They are designed to meet the requirements of an individual. Next we have laptop or handheld computers. Types of computers are very small in size and they can be carried out in our lap or hand as the name suggests. They are portable computers and can be easily carried from one place to another. Now we will discuss about classification of computers done on the basis of their generation. First we have first generation of computers. In first generation of computers, computers were built by using thousands of vacuum tubes. Vacuum tube is a fragile glass device that used filaments as a source of electrons that could control and amplify electronic signals. They were about the size of a small electric bulb and produced a lot of heat. Moving on to next, we have second generation of computers. In the second generation of computers, transistors were used. Transistors were used to overcome the difficulties that we faced in the first generation of computers. By using vacuum tubes, a lot of heat was produced, but transistor overcome that problem. Transistors were made of semiconductor material which were highly reliable as compared to vacuum tubes since they had no filament to burn. The transistors were more faster, they consumed less power, and they were smaller and cheaper than vacuum tubes. The next one we have the third generation of computers. In the third generation of computers, integrated circuits, which is also referred as I or ICs, and also known as chips, were used. An IC is a small silicon semiconductor crystal that contain electrical components such as transistors, diodes, or resistors and capacitors. In the fourth generation of computers, microprocessors are used. Microprocessors contain all circuits that are needed or required to perform arithmetic, logic and control circuits. The very last, that is fifth generation of computers. The fifth generation of computer is still in its development phase. Artificial intelligence. In artificial intelligence, applications like voice recognition or face recognition, they are used today. Nowadays, computers are used for various jobs. A few applications of computers are as follows. They are used in business or industry sector. They are also used in banking sector. Even in entertainment industry, computers are being used. In entertainment industry, computers are used for VFX or for animations or for video editing, etc. In engineering, they are used for computer-aided design, computer-aided engineering, etc. Even in education, they are being used for distant learning. Many software are based to enhance education quality in various countries. Computers are also used to forecast the weather by researchers and scientists. Computers are also used in medicine and healthcare. They are used to monitor the health of patients, to diagnose their diseases, etc. I hope this video was helpful for you. For any doubts and queries, please comment in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.